Plus, an exclusive News Channel 3 investigation. The Church of Scientology has bought a multi-million-dollar estate right here in the desert. Tonight, former members tell their stories, claiming they were abused in the church. It's 11 o'clock. Time for news.
Now, from the desert's news leader, KESQ News Channel 3 HD at 11.
Hello, I'm John White.
And I'm Tamara DeMonte. Tonight, a News Channel 3 exclusive on the Church of Scientology. It bought a multi-million-dollar estate in La Quinta Cove and plans to use it as a museum and spiritual retreat center. Scientology founder L. Ron Hubbard once lived at this estate in the 1970s.
Now, former Scientologists are coming forward to say that they were abused there by the church, and they fear it could happen to others. News Channel 3's Nathan Baca continues his investigation into the Church of Scientology. He's here tonight with more on this story you'll only see right here on News Channel 3. Nathan.
John Tammer, the estate is right next to the La Quinta Resort. Former owner Richard Fredericks tells me he sold it for the full appraised value of $4.3 million. The Church of Spiritual Technology purchased the home. It is a division of the Church of Scientology. The Scientologists plan to turn it into a museum of sorts, a look back at the church's history here in the desert. But as we continue our investigation, more people come forward to say it is a very dark history. You can't tell the history of this quiet La Quinta Cove estate just by looking at it. But in the 1970s, Scientology founder L. Ron Hubbard owned the home. He wrote some of his books here. The gates keep people at a distance now. In the 1970s, guards, including Peter Gillum, kept watch.
It's like a lot of water under the bridge. I got out 27 years ago, and I'm glad I left. But, I remember sitting out there. He was paranoid of these raids, and it's like I'm standing guard for this paranoid person. It's like, what is this? Why can't we just be open? If this is so good, why can't we just be honest about it? But no, when it came to him, you had to hide everything. You couldn't be truthful.
This estate was part of a complex. Rifle was the code name for Hubbard's home. Olives and palms were where Scientology staff stayed and worked. Gillum lived here throughout the 1970s. Gillum's mother recruited actor John Travolta into Scientology. Gillum himself even attended the wedding of current Scientology leader David Miscavige. Many Scientology films were shot in La Quinta. Multiple former Scientologists wishing to remain anonymous because their families are still inside the church claim that they were kept inside the La Quinta compound, sometimes by physical force. Gillum says he recalls what happened inside Scientology's detention center called the Rehabilitation Project Force. What happened at RPF?
In RPF, you were assigned there when you had counterintention, when you weren't producing what they wanted you to produce, and you showed other intentions. And they would assign you there and basically take away all your civil rights. You had nowhere to stay. You basically became a hobo on their property. And your rights were suspended. So you had to sleep on the ground.
How much were you paid every week?
Back in those days, about $17 a week.
Court records reveal Hubbard worried the FBI would raid his La Quinta estate, so he built the massive headquarters compound currently located near Hemet. But recently, the church repurchased the ranch. It plans on celebrating the church's history, this ranch honoring their founder's book writing in the 1970s. The question remains, did that history come at a high price to the people who once called this place home? Now, Scientology spokesperson Tommy Davis has not responded to our request for comment on our most recent investigations, and we do have our full interview with Davis on our website, KESQ.com.
This has been multiple parts coming now. What's next?
Well, we have sent the investigations that we have done to State Senator John Benoit and also Congressman Jerry Lewis. It is their jurisdiction for the headquarters out there near Hemet, so we'll see what they have to say about what we've uncovered in the past months.
And what could they say? I mean, other than the tax-exempt status, is there anything else that they could do about this?
Well, the tax-exempt status is a federal issue, so that's more in Jerry Lewis's territory. But obviously somebody within either Sacramento or Washington can take investigations to figure out what is going on inside these locations.
Right.
Okay. Thank you, Nathan.
Thank you.